Tornadoes are a fascinating yet terrifying natural phenomena, often resulting in a spectacle as well as deadly destruction. In this video, we're going to be looking at the bottom on the tornado iceberg and the most fear-inducing yet curious recorded events. Howard, South Dakota, tornado lost photos. In Howard, South Dakota, on August 28, 1884, the very first photo of a tornado was captured. The tornado was part of a tornado outbreak consisting of over 5 F4 strength tornadoes. To this day, only one of the photos remains, as its photographer was killed by the storm. Boy with Coke bottle. On January 23, 1969, a violent F4 tornado thrashed through Mississippi, Kentucky, and Tennessee, lasting more than 13 hours and ending the lives of over 30 people and injuring over 200. Several years before that, a boy with a Coke bottle on his head would walk around town with a soda bottle on his head, warning people that something bad was going to happen to their town and a destructive tornado was upon them. The storm that saved Washington. On August 25, 1814, during the War of 1812, a rare tornado passed through the center of Washington, D.C. as part of a hurricane and storm that some call the storm that saved Washington. The tornado touched down on Constitution Avenue, where it picked up 2 cannons and threw them several yards away, killing both British soldiers and American civilians. The storm is said to have saved the city from further destruction and may have contributed to the British evacuating after only 26 hours of occupation. World War II bombing Firewhirls. Firewhirls, also known as fire tornadoes or firenadoes, were created by the firestorms and conflagrations that resulted from World War II fire bombings of European and Japanese cities, as well as the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. These firewhirls could be columns of fire or whirlwinds separate from the flames and could carry debris up to 3.1 miles away. Cardiz, Spain tornado. On March 15, 1671, a tornado killed 600-plus people in Cardiz, Spain. Very little is known about this storm, but historians often claim that witnesses of the event recorded it as a punishment from God. More victim ghost in photo. On May 20, 2013, a tornado leveled an elementary school in Moore, Oklahoma. 9-year-old Nicholas McCabe died inside the school that day. However, Nicholas's father, Scott McCabe, believes his son is still around, not in body, but in spirit. On July 4th, the McCabes hosted their annual Independence Day party with their relatives. Scott took a photo of a younger child in the family by the fire. Looking at the photo again, a boy's face is seen right behind Madison. The face is of Scott's son, Nicholas. NWS purposely rates tornadoes lower than EF5. NWS, or the National Weather Service, is in charge of rating tornadoes based on their severity and destruction levels. This entry on the list is a conspiracy theory claiming that the National Weather Service purposely rates tornadoes lower than their actual power in order to not cause a panic. Goliad Bridge Trestle and debris remains. In 1902, a devastating tornado wiped through Goliad, Texas, tearing a steel bridge apart. In its wake, the tornado launched a steel trestle over 1 mile in distance and wedged it so far into the ground it could never be removed. Its remnants are still there to this day. Footage inside the Worcester tornado. In 1953, a Category 4 tornado swept through the town of Worcester, Massachusetts. There is very rare and very scarce footage of the tornado. It's creepy seeing such destruction from over 50 years ago. We're going to die. We're going to die. Father and son storm chasers died alongside their long-term partner after the car they were in was picked up and thrown half a mile by a tornado. In June 2013, Tim Samaras, 55, his son Paul Samaras, 24, and Carl Young, 45, died in El Reno, Oklahoma, after a tornado traveling at speeds of up to 165 mph picked up the vehicle they were inside and sent it somersaulting through the air. According to officials, Tim's body was found strapped inside the vehicle where it landed, while the other 2 men's remains were found half a mile to the east and half a mile to the west. Just moments before the tragedy, the men were heard crying out over the highway patrol radio. They were screaming, "We're going to die, we're going to die." There was just no place to go. There was no place to hide. You're in the path of a future tornado. While there isn't much information on this one, I speculate that it is the idea that no matter where you are in the world, eventually, if not already, your path will be eviscerated by a tornado, ripping the dirt from under you and leaving where you once stood unrecognizable. Tornadoes are created by the government. This one is quite self-explanatory, but there is a conspiracy theory that tornadoes are created by world governments, seemingly to scare people and control overpopulated areas. While there is no proof that this is true, there is also no proof that this isn't true. If you enjoyed this Iceberg Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. There is a lot more that I can cover about tornadoes, so if you are interested in a part 2, supporting the channel would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching.